I walked in my girlfriend of 3 years cheating on me with a teammate and a friend of mine from my soccer team. I found out about their affair. Quit the team. Broke up with my GF and I am planning on moving out, but almost everyone is begging me I forgive them. Long story short, 3 weeks ago I am 21 walked in on my GF 20 of making out and jerking off my teammates and a friend of mine at a party. I was supposed to be at work, but I was lucky to leave work early. I left without saying anything and follows me to beg Jamie for forgiveness. And another chance, saying she will do anything to fix it. And it was a one-time mistake. She was drunk. And she wouldn't do that while sober, and she's very sorry. I am numb. Heartbroken, my mind is all over the place. Since we live together, I leave her and in the house, asks for some space and come back home, and later in the afternoon the following day, she goes to pick something up from the kitchen and a message pops up on her phone, and it's my friend, making fun of me and asking how I bought her BS. I go through the messages and I find out about their affair, which has been going on for a month. I confront her and admits to cheating. She then broke down crying, saying she's sorry, that it didn't mean anything, that she was lonely because I work a lot and she wanted to break it off. She only loves me. Blah blah. I love her very much. I love her mom and younger sister. My parents love her, but I broke up with her and gave her 2 months to move. I quit the team and I have started the process of moving out. The thing is, she's an exchange student. Her mother is a widow and I have been financially supporting her as well as paying for her college. My parents wants me to forgive her, and her mom also wants me to forgive her. Because to them she just made a mistake and was immature, and she also deals with chronic depression. She is one of those wonderful, extra caring, hypersensitive women who almost everyone likes. My team doesn't want to suspend or expel the other guy and wants us to act professional for the team and not to bring personal matters to the team. They are begging me to forgive him and stay for the team as am their best goalkeeper. The goo is a recovering addict who has trouble getting a job and basically plays for the club to make a living. He is also one of our best players and the coach's nephew. I play to earn some extra money. I don't really know what to do. Should I just suck it up for everyone else? Get out of it. You'll regret doing what other people tell you, and you will never trust her again regardless of how much time passes. You built a trust and she destroyed it. Don't drop out of your own world though. It won't be easy, but for the sake of your own health, get out of the relationship in a healthy way. Can't agree more. OP did nothing wrong. Of course the coach is going to have his nephew's back. I suggest you find another team to join. You shouldn't have to give it up because he's an asshole. Or give up the extra income. The fact that your girlfriend did it even knowing that she would be screwing herself and her family over is on her. You didn't need to pay for all the things you were paying for. She decided that ducking your teammate was worth risking your relationship and financial backing. Probably because she thought she would not get caught. I personally have found, as selfish as it sounds, putting yourself first is the best thing. Unless you have kids or are married, most people tell you to do whatever makes their lives easier, to no regard of how taxing or destructive it is to yourself. If I was you, I'd give her the standard 1 month to figure her shit out and then just block and move on with your life. I suggest you find another team to join. Revenge tour. Destroy your old team, bro, maybe you'll make it in the big league. Is this your motivation? I'd watch that movie. A month-long affair is not some mistake. A funny convo between her and her affair partner mocking you and asking whether you bought the lie is not nothing. You're a paycheck to this girl. Without you she's financially screwed. Her mother isn't around to support. And your ex's affair partner is some broke addict. You're her only option, hence why she's begging you to forgive. Your parents are just as bad. Given what happened, I'd expect them to fully support your decision. Especially after the second lie was exposed. This girl isn't some extra caring, hypersensitive woman. She cheated, got caught, then proceeded to continue lying to someone she claimed to love. Is that extra caring? I'd seriously ask that towards your parents. Because their instance on you forgiving is disgusting behavior on their end. As to you quitting the team, I think it was the best decision given the circumstances. The other guy wasn't ever gonna be let go. Given his relationship with the coach, I doubt you'd be able to professionally work with someone who openly mocked you and cheated with your ex. Most people wouldn't. Leaving was the correct decision. In fact, everything you've done to this point makes sense. Keep doing you. Block the ex. And put your parents on blast. They should be ashamed of their lack of support. And your ex is old enough to face the consequences of her actions. And she can find her own way to support herself. You owe her nothing. No one here seems to be looking out for you or your well-being. Your parents have disregarded your feelings. Your ex is blaming you for the affair without taking responsibility and attempting to guilt you into taking her back. Her own mother is asking you to forgive because her daughter's losing her financial support. And guilting you by saying she's depressed, etc. Your coach and teammates are asking you to stay and forgive because you're a good goalkeeper. And completely disregarding how you feel in favor of the team. No one here gives a shit about you as a person. I hope that's clear. Absolutely all this. He's a meal ticket to this girl. After schooling she would probably ditch him without a second thought. Baffled at his parents' insistence to forgive her. He the team's meal ticket too. Duck all of them. Including your shitty parents. Been the pair of them. Your initial reaction was right. The only people asking you to stay are the ones benefiting from it. Absolutely correct. She's an extra caring hypersensitive woman. Just not to you. To you. She is a liar who never intended for you to find out about her lies. Someone who had no problem having you take care of her financially while she ran around behind your back. Everything you have done so far is correct. You need to have a serious conversation with your parents about who they really care about. This wasn't just a mistake. What is wrong with them that they have all this compassion for her and none for you? The amount of healing you need to do from this betrayal, and they think they can handwave by calling it a mistake. A mistake is accidentally pouring water over your cereal instead of milk. Everyone in this situation is looking out for themselves, which means you need to look out for yourself. You need to protect yourself from other self-interest. The reality of her cheating. She was doing it for a month and she was intending to continue it. She was ducking around with more than one person at a party, no less. Those people were your teammates. She blamed your work schedule for her behavior. She was only sorry she was caught. She is so manipulative she's managed to convince your parents even that you should forgive her. This should freak you out the most. You have no way of knowing if she has done this before. You are young and will find someone who won't duck around on you. Take your time to heal first. Your soccer team wants you to behave professionally, and well, they are. Idiots. Leaving the team was the most professional thing you could do. Leaving the team is literally you not bringing this personal matter into the club. You are not a robot. Why on earth would you go back to play with someone who openly mocked you and was more than happy to deceive you? And once she was caught, he was happy to continue deceiving you. He has a better insight into a real character than you do. I understand that people are trying to break you down over this, but this is the hill I would die on because I would know that my integrity demands it. Out of all people, the parents are the worst. Every one of the other people have an agenda why they try to suck up to OP. But the parents are just shitty human beings. Where they should stand? Behind their child? I don't know. If I could ever trust my parents. Knowing full. They won't support me. I agree with your comment. But we're not sure what the parents know. Maybe OP assumes they know the whole story. It's probably hard to talk to your parents about your GF jerking someone else off while they actually heard some BS watered down version from his hopefully ex. Like saying she just made out with someone for 30 seconds while drunk. Which obviously isn't cool, but maybe forgivable depending on circumstances. He has to talk to them to make sure they're really just assholes or have been misinformed. Duck. Them. All. I would ducking disown everyone in that situation. You don't need that shit. Go and be happy. Do what you think is best. Your parents see a girl cheat on you and want you to forgive her. Who needs enemies with friends and family like this lot? Honestly, haha. My high school enemies treated me better. You get to decide what you want to do. The time for professionalism would have been for the teammate to have realized it could really screw things up if he had sex with your girlfriend. If he is allowed to put himself first. So are you. Get out of the situation. Take care of yourself. And remind them that everyone has to act responsibly for a team to succeed. Or this is what happens. Don't forgive them. Actions have consequences and they obviously weren't worried about your feelings. Leave them all behind because forcing your feelings down will only cause more resentment for everyone involved. Put yourself first, and if they don't support you then they're obviously not your friends. Sounds like a lot of selfish reasons for asking you to not be selfish. I'm not going to tell you to stay or leave, that's for you to decide. But you do what you feel is right for you. They made their bed. They can lie in it. Exactly. If they're gonna be selfish, you can be selfish as well. Their problems are exactly that, they're problems. And by betraying you, They created more problems for themselves. It's not your responsibility to save them from the consequences of their own actions. You will be happier away from them. So continue with your current plans. If you stay, she will duck around again. Exactly this. There's a world of difference between your problem and their problems. And in this case you are not obligated in any way to help them with their problems. Yeah, don't buy into her bullshit. If she truly loved and cared for you and the relationship, she wouldn't have done it. Even after being caught, she still lied and tried to hide the depth of it. I would personally still consider being on the team. But at the same time, duck those guys. It's a shame it happened this way. And you certainly shouldn't be guilted into emotionally and financially supporting someone that absolutely betrayed you. Should I just suck it up for everyone else? Come on man, you know the answer to this is a resounding no. They've been gleefully stabbing you in the back for a month. And your parents want to talk about, oh but she's depressed and made a mistake. Duck that. Duck it. Duck that too. My team doesn't want to suspend or expel the other guy and wants us to act professional for the team and not to bring personal matters to the team. Find a new team and new teammates. You'll find new teammates in a new team. Ew. Everyone in this story except you sucks so bad. Do not rejoin the team or take back the trashy, ungrateful GF. Of course the mom wants you to take her back. Her daughter is broke and you're paying for her college. Leave them all. Tell your parents no and set your boundaries. And cut off the ex-GF 100%. I am sorry that the people in your life who are supposed to care about you, your parents, your teammates and your GF are all being such complete assholes to you. Your GF did not make a mistake, she chose to cheat on you for a month. No one needs to put up with that. You should absolutely be permanently broken up with her and you should not feel 1 ounce of guilt about her complex life situation. You didn't cause any of that. You've already helped her a ton. And in return she treated you like shit. If you or your contributions to her life were important to her, the time to think about that was before she spent a month cheating on you. Be done with her. Your cheating teammate is also a complete dick. He not only broke bro code, he mocked you and planned on continuing to cheat with your GF. You owe him nothing and frankly your teammates should be on your side with this and telling him how wrong he was. That said, if being on this team is important for you, then don't quit. Stay and let him have to live with the discomfort of knowing what a shitty friend and teammate he is. You did nothing wrong here, so you shouldn't have to lose something important to you. As for your parents, they're nuts to be telling you to stay in a dysfunctional relationship with a girl who takes advantage of you and hurts you. Tell them if they're not on your side, they have some serious thinking to do about whether or not they want you in their life, because you don't want to be around people who don't respect and value you. None of this is your fault. Make choices that make you feel better about yourself and that help you rebuild your life so you can be happy. Good luck. And she didn't tell him. He caught her. And then caught her lying about it. She would still be cheating if he hadn't caught her. She gives no ducks about the OP. He is her at the moment and nothing more. I don't understand his parents. If she did that to my kid, I would do everything in my power to keep her away from him. Nice, caring, thoughtful girlfriends don't give handies at parties to another man. Then try to minimize and lie. She is manipulative and uncaring and is far from a nice person. Hit like. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to our channel.